Hello students, welcome to my class once again. So today I have come with part 2 of the story Discovering Tut, the saga continues. So King Tut's cemetery was found out to be one of the richest cemetery that was ever found, as it was laden with gold ornaments and other very expensive things when it was found out in 1922 by Howard Carter. When Jahi Hawass once again discovered the cemetery and took out the body, then he was studying the mummy of King Tut. So after months of carefully recording whatever funerary treasures were found, funerary treasures means the treasures that were found in Tut's tomb, after making a list of all the treasures that were found in Tut's tomb, Howard Carter began investigating the coffin of King Tut. Now, because he was a king, his coffin was also built with a special design. It was a 3-nested coffin. Understood? That means there were 3 leads before one could reach the mummy finally. When Carter opened the first, then it was the first coffin, he found a shroud. Shroud means a cloth which is generally used to cover a dead body. He found a shroud which was decorated with willow and olive leaves, wild celery leaves were there, lotus petals were there, and cornflowers were there. So it was the decision, and these types of plants or trees, they were generally found in the month of March or April. So since the exact date of Tut's demise was not known to anybody, it was assumed that he must have died in the month of March or April when the burial took place. And after reaching the final coffin, when Carter finally reached the mummy, it was very difficult to lift up the mummy. What was the reason? When he tried to lift up the mummy, because in the body of Tut also there were many ornaments along with which he was laid in the coffin, it was found that the body got cemented to the base of the coffin, because several ritual resins and many other things that were used while for preserving the mummy. So the mummy got cemented with the base and it was not possible to lift up the mummy. So Carter thought, since it was a desert and the sun shines, there is blazing sun over there, so Carter thought that if the mummy is left for some time under the blazing sun, maybe the resins will melt and the mummy can be lifted. So that is what he did. He took the coffin and left the mummy under the blazing sun for loosening the resins. But several hours passed away and nothing happened. The mummy was not possible to lift the mummy up. So, but it was very important to remove the ornaments from his body. Why? Because by that time this news had widely spread that a tomb has been discovered which is having several expensive jewelry and ornaments and gold and several other expensive things. And had he not removed the ornaments from Tut's body, then the thieves, there was a chance that thieves would have once again circumvented the guards and circumvented this that particular tomb and took away the ornaments. So Carter decided to chisel away from beneath. From beneath, he decided to chisel away the limbs and trunk so that the ornaments could be removed. And the writer here says that the ornaments which was there in Tut's body, there were several ornaments. There were collars, necklaces, bracelets, rings, amulets. There were ceremonial aprons, sandals, sheaths, means coverings for his fingers, and everything was made of pure gold. That was the actual, you can say, danger, because of which it was very important to remove all those things from the coffin. So, to separate Tut from his ornaments, Carter's men removed the mummy's head, and all the major joints were separated, severed, cut. And then the ornaments were taken out from the body. And once the work was done, what they did, they laid the body with a padding and concealed the damage and laid the body on a layer of sand. The body was laid on a layer of sand. Several paddings were done at the joints which were cut. And again the mummy was placed in its coffin and was sent back to its tomb. So this is what Howard Carter did in 1922. The writer here says that archaeology has changed a lot in the later decades, and now the archaeologists, they are more focused in finding fascinating details of life and finding mysteries of death rather than finding treasures. Previously they used to focus on finding treasures. Now they focus mainly on solving mysteries of death and finding details of life. In 1968, more than 40 years after Carter's discovery, an anatomy professor, he x-rayed the mummy. Anatomy means the study of the human body. So he x-rayed the mummy, the professor, and he brought out a startling fact to the world, that beneath his chest, his breastbone, the Tut's breastbone and front ribs were missing. This was the startling fact that was given by the professor of anatomy when in 1968 he did a CT scan of the mummy. So CT scan, the full form is computed tomography, by which hundreds of X-rays are kept in cross-section are put together, and then we create a three-dimensional virtual body. Now, so whatever was a CT scan could not reveal more than what the X-ray revealed. Okay, so this was done, and one answer still remained unanswered. Two questions still remained unanswered. That how did Tut die, and how old was he at the time of his death? These two questions remained unanswered. X-ray was done on the mummy, CT scan was done, but these two questions could not be answered. Alright students, this much only in this video. We will continue with the rest in the next videos.